ball. Jessica Munson playing her all over. That's Soydam. Soydam on the dribble. Ball hits off her foot. Jennifer Price playing her tough. Ball comes into Noonan underneath. We're gonna have a charge foul.
Yeah, that was
Noonan.
a good call. I thought that was a good call.
It's her third foul, and she's picked all those 3 fouls in about the last maybe 3 minutes. Melissa Kelly on the dribble. Eagles need a bucket. There goes DeSano. DeSano looking for the shot, doesn't have it. They've switched around. Strokowski. Ball goes into Munson. Munson outside to Kelly, over to DeSano. DeSano on the drive, loses the ball. And it's Soydam striking out of bounds.
They're just not going to be able to dribble that ball around there under the basket.
Here's where you got to get real good ball movement against that zone, and then whoever has that open shot, take it. Munson inbounds, will give it over to Strokowski. Strokowski dribbles to the outside. Ball is taken away by Topol. Topol on the move. She's going to head to the basket. Strong move on the drive. She's got it. That's Jana Topol. Only her 4th point. Boyertown maintaining 11 lead. Boyertown in a 2-1-2 or a 2-3 zone. There goes Strokowski with a 3. No, and you want to see some of those 3s start hitting. Going to have a foul on Strokowski.
As you said, I think it's just a little frustration now. But do we have any idea what Boyertown's shooting percentage is? I think it's gone up.
No.
I think from the first half it's gone up. I'm trying to remember when they missed a basket.
There's an Norristown substitute. It's Stephanie Wise coming in for Nancy Strokowski. Strokowski with 10, DeSano with 10, leading the way for the Eagle. Jen Price with 7. Kristen East on the dribble. 6:55 left on the move. There's another jump. Possession arrow goes to Norristown. Good defensive play by Jessica Munson, and then Jen Price stepping in, tying her up. Munson and Kelly with the ball. Here comes Kelly. Goes over to DeSano. DeSano goes underneath to Munson. Munson's got it. Nice play by the Eagles. Jessica Munson now with 3. Eagles cut the margin to 9. The Eagles need a couple buckets. This is Groff. Groff with the ball over to Soydam. Soydam inside. We're going to have a jump. Possession over to Boyertown. Amber Miller off the bench coming in for Boyertown. Moving out is Soydam.
And Boyertown, they don't seem to be worried about taking time off the clock.
East to Noonan. There goes East with a shot, no good. Battle on the board. Kristen East with the rebound. She's got it.
They just can't. Norristown just can't compete with that rebound.
And Kristen East looks like a very nice player. She really does. There goes DeSano. DeSano into Price. Ball is blocked away by Groff. Here comes Topol on the break. Topol all the way, going with the left hand up, no good. But it's Kristen East battling.
And another jump ball.
Another jump ball. Jessica Munson, this time Norristown with the possession. There's 5:54 left in the game. Norristown Lady Eagles trail by 11. Strokowski up off the bench. Wise going out. Trying to coach our statistician here for Landon to making her TV debut, but she's making it very difficult for us, Mr. Winkle. She doesn't understand it. We may make her a TV star here, and who knows what will happen because of this. Ball goes underneath. Price steals it away, and there's a foul on number 25, Elka Groth. That's a 6th foul. The Eagles will be in the 1-1 after this. 5:31, 11 points. It's a big margin, but if the Eagles could hit a couple quick buckets with the playing the kind of defense they do, they may be able to cut into this fairly quickly.
That's the trouble. You know, the more aggressive they are on defense, the more tired they get.
Kelly comes over to Munson. And there's the shot on that first one. Price with a jumper. Jen Price with 9. Has it? Somebody lost a hair bow in there. A bow. We can honestly say, Frank, that has never happened in the boys' games.
That's true. But you know, Jim, in the first basketball league in New England, you were required to wear a hairnet.
You're kidding.
The girls, that is.
I know. I didn't think they meant the coaches, Frank. Here goes underneath. Nice pass play. Misses the layup. Battle. Kristen East with the rebound. No good. Battle underneath. We're going to have another jump ball. Next game, Frank, we're going to keep a record of jumps. This
is incredible. But you know, Jim, I'd rather see him call those jump balls than fouls. Sometimes in boys' games, there are a lot of things that are jump balls, and they always call foul on somebody.
There goes Kristen East again out to Topol. Topol on the move. Schellinger gives to Amber Miller, bothered by Munson. Munson kicks the ball. And there's Jessica Munson, scrappy, on the floor, going after the ball. Schellinger will inbound. Christy Schellinger is going to do the inbounding for Boyertown. Norristown in a zone, I believe. East, oh, there's a walk. Looked like a new dance step, Frank.
Yeah.
First Lander can comment on that. What was that? What do we call that one? We have no name for that. We'll give Frislanda a job for next. She doesn't understand how we work. She's got to come up with a name for that dance step before the next game. Eagles taking a timeout, 4:40 on the board. Lady Eagles trail by 9. This is when you want to make your move, Frank. You need a couple baskets here. It'd be nice to see Strokowski or Munson or DeSanto get hot from the outside and be able to toss in some threes.
Well, Norristown has their work cut out for them, Jim. Boyertown, it just looks like too much height, too much bench, and they seem to have a little more experience. They seem to be a team that's played together a lot more often and played a lot more games together than Norristown. As we said, this is a new team for Norristown. And it's going to take a few games for the girls to really know where everybody's going to go, and sometimes they refer to it as reading each other's minds and so on. And that's going to take a few games for a new team.
Yeah, Boyertown girls go 10 deep. That's a nice luxury to have on a team when you can draw on 10 players. Because sometimes all you need is, a minute, 30 seconds on the bench to catch your breath, get back ready to go. All right, it will be the Lady Eagles ball. Once again, there's 4:40 left in the ball game. The Lady Eagles trail by 9, 44-35. And this is when they have to make their move. Right in front of us to our left, Jessica Munson. Melissa Kelly out in front. Ball in play. Kelly with the ball. I'd like to see Kelly pop a couple threes here.
Yeah, I've seen her take only one shot.
There's Munson with a jumper. Real strong rebound by DeSanto. Goes up, around, no good. Price battling hard. Ball's controlled by Boyertown. Here comes Topol. Topol on the move, comes back outside. It's Kristen East. We're going to have a walk. Eagles getting some turnovers now, but you've got to put that ball in the basket. You've got to convert these turnovers into baskets.
Well, Boyertown plays good defense. They're back in their zone. When that ball gets in the paint, they collapse on it.
Here we have a foul.
I think Boyertown's coach has a rule. If the ball is in the paint, the whole team collapses on it.
30 foul is going to be on 35, Kristen East. That's her third. Eagles are going to be shooting 1-on-1. It's Jessica Munson. But here again, it looks to me like a little bit of trying to force that ball inside when maybe you don't have to. Munson will be shooting 1-on-1. Here's where the first one is so important. Ball's up. She's got it. 4 points for Jessica. Ready with the second. Eagles down by 8. Munson up. Round the rim. She's got it. There it is. Lady Eagles close the margin to 7. Lady Eagles go into full court pressure. Kristen East on the dribble. Beats it fine. There's the steal to Price. Price over to Strokowski. They had the 3-on-2, but they're not going to get it now. There goes Munson. Munson back over to Melissa Kelly. Melissa had the shot, but looks to me like she doesn't feel comfortable. I wonder, Frank, if she's uncomfortable, or if maybe part of that's the fact that she's a 9th grader and feels funny shooting with the upperclassmen.
I don't know, but she's got to shoot that ball.
There goes almost a steal. There goes the tie-up. Munson with the ball. We're going to have a jump, but it's the Lady Eagles' possession. Trailing by 5. Pressure begins to work. Boyertown coach immediately calls a timeout. He is not happy. And the Eagles have cut this margin to 5 with Jen Price hitting her 11th point, taking over the scoring leadership for Norristown. All right, Frank, I'm going to put you in Coach Koch's situation. You're down by 5. There's 3:35 left. You are in the bonus situation. You have 2 fouls to give. What are you saying to the young ladies?
Well, Jim, he's got to press them. But, Boyertown, even their tallest girls, their big girls, are good dribblers. They're good ball handlers. I honestly don't know what Coach Koch is going to do. Norristown has gotten their share of steals, but the problem is they can't capitalize on it. They get one shot at the basket from the outside, and they can't get the ball underneath. Now I have a question for you, Jim.
I hope it's not off that sheet of paper you have.
How come the referees aren't women?
There aren't. I think the answer for that is simply no, that's not true. There are, but there aren't enough women referees. And Frank, that's not unusual because it's taken a while for the girls to break in and frankly be treated the same way as the guys. And it's going to take a little bit longer for the officials to follow.
Probably some of these girls out here will be officials.
Yeah,
someday.
I'm sure they will be. But you see games. What you'll generally see, like when you get up in the playoffs, Frank, there'll be one man and one woman doing the games. But there simply aren't enough women officials yet. There's the ball to Price, and there's where we're trying to force that inside. There is not what you want to do.
I can't see them getting a shot from in the paint there.
There goes Noonan with the ball. Noonan goes over to Groth. Groth looks as though she'd have Miller. Nobody there. Miller around. Little left-handed layup in and out.
Oh, look at that.
No. Whoa.
Another jump ball.
I got another question. How many times do you think Jessica Munson has been on the floor today? Probably has black and blue elbows and knees. Jessica's a scrapper. They had a mistake on that possession arrow.
Yeah, the scorekeeper said blue ball.
Yeah, it is. They had a mistake, and that's good.
Is something wrong with my eyes, or aren't their uniforms black?
I was thinking that earlier, too. Frank, you and I are getting old. It might be the fact that we no longer see as well anymore.
What do you mean blue ball? There's no blue out there.
Ooh, this is a great call.
line.
We're right on that line, and that's a great call by that official who saw the toes on the line. Not by much. All right, Frank.
Well, Norristown has got to score here.
We keep saying it. You can't turn the ball over now. Under 3 minutes, trailing by 5. Melissa Kelly finds Munson. Munson going on the jumper, too strong. Nobody. And we have a walk on Boyertown.
Well, maybe that was a walk, but if it was, he's missed about 30 of those today.
That was one of the first times we actually saw that shot free, you know? Jump ball again. This time, that's a tough pass. They have 3 girls around that person in there, you know? It's almost an impossible pass to pull off. There goes Munson coming deep. Ball almost intercepted.
Back court, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Did she touch it?
There we go. DeSanto's going to have the move in on it. We have the fouls on Miller. That's her 3rd. DeSanto will be going to the line to shoot 2.
Miller had to foul her, but Miller should have made sure that Tracy didn't even get the ball off. You don't even want him to get the ball off.
There's a little tidbit from Frank Winkle, the author of the best-selling book Animal Ball. Right, Frank?
Yep.
DeSanto makes the first. That's 11 points for Tracy. She and Jen Price lead the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles have cut the margin to 4. DeSanto with the second one. She's got it. 12 points. Lady Eagles into full court pressure. DeSanto, the safety valve. Here comes the pass up. Noonan breaks the press. She's going in. DeSanto back. The ball up. She's got it. Noonan all the way. Back to the 5-point lead for Boyertown. And here's a case where DeSanto with the fouls, I think, felt she had to be a little bit careful. I'd like to see the Eagles get a 3-point one here, Frank, and close that margin to 2. There's DeSanto. DeSanto on the dribble. Strzalkowski in the corner's got the ball. Doesn't have the shot. Back to Munson. Munson on the move. Ball taken away. And that's the danger of trying to force that ball with the dribble. Here comes Groff. Groff to Noonan. Noonan with a shot. No good. DeSanto battles. Ball comes out. Boyertown with the ball. Tries to get it loose. Loses it. Out of bounds. The Lady Eagles will take over. There's 1 minute and 49 seconds left. Norristown trails by 5, 46-41. And again, we keep saying, Frank, how important each of these turnovers is. You must convert them to baskets.
They have to score on this one. They have to.
There's Munson. And there's the toss in again. Ball taken away by Topol. Kelly up with a block. The ball around, no good. There's East up and down. Block is good.
Oh, he jump ball.
Jump ball. Possession, though, belongs to Boyertown. But a strong defensive play by Jennifer Price.
Jim, I can't believe they keep trying to get that ball inside. It hasn't worked all game.
Yeah, Boyertown very quickly collapses on those 3 players and leaves no room in there. And you're probably going to have to, the Boyertown defense has gotten a lot tighter on Strzalkowski. They know that she's their 3-point threat. You notice they've taken that shot away from Norristown.
And they're leaving Kelly open. They seem to know Kelly's not going to shoot
Munson
the ball.
also looks as though she has the jump shot over on the left-hand side, and as though she possibly can be open there too. So it seems to me that's what maybe you should start looking for. 1:34 left, 5-point deficit for the Lady Eagles to make up. But all they need is one big bucket here. Get a 3-pointer in, and they're right back in this ball game. Unfortunately, now Boyertown has the ball. Those last couple of turnovers, Frank, you know.
I'm surprised the Boyertown coach, he doesn't seem to be worried at all about losing this game. He hasn't tried to take time off the clock.
Well, they may not have the girls to freeze the ball. That may be the possibility.
Well, as far as I can see, even their big girls can dribble the ball.
Noonan will trigger the inbounds pass underneath. Norristown on defense. Noonan ready to handle it. Ball comes into Kristen East. Comes outside to Topol. Kelly playing her. And I think Norristown's going to have to start fouling. There goes the pass. Out of bounds. Good pressure. How many times are we going to keep saying what an important possession this is?
Here it is. This has got to be a score.
Kelly coming down over to Munson. Munson launches the 3. No. Battle for the rebound. Strzalkowski controls with the ball. Strzalkowski over to Munson. Munson cross court. Boy, there's a dangerous pass. Ball saved in. Battle.
No.
Can't come in.
Not quite.
Kristen East caught. Official right here coming in from out of bounds. Norristown will
Apparently,
control.
they're trying to get it set up for DeSanto.
Here comes Lardita Rideout, comes in for Jennifer Price. But that's a very dangerous pass, that cross-court pass.
Yeah, they've reached the point where the open person has got to shoot.
Kelly over to DeSanto. And DeSanto launches ball's partially blocked. Nobody saw it. There goes the battle for the board. We're going to have a jump. Possession arrow once again and for Boyertown.
I think she might have. I think she jammed her finger, or
she doesn't want to come out though. She's holding her elbow.
I think she rolled on her elbow.
That may be her crazy bone. Boy, that hurts too. There goes the inbound pass. Groff has it. Groff is on the dribble. Stops. Looking for nobody open. They're going to have a 5. There it is. The 5-second possession. Jen Price off the bench. This is an offensive-defensive switch, Frank.
Did you hear Miss Rideout talking to her? I don't know exactly what she was saying, but it worked.
You can bet it wasn't complimentary. We may not want to know what she said. Frizzlander's laughing next to me, Frank, so we can be reasonably certain it wasn't too good. There goes Nick Sirkowski looking for the ball. We're going to have a foul called. It's on number 31, Topol. And this is going to be a 1-on-1 shot. That's the 4th foul on Topol. 33 seconds even left.
And Nancy Sirkowski within 1 basket.
And Sirkowski's going up to shoot 1-on-1. Here, Frank, it's like when we bowl. It's like when you want the strike, so you get the next 2 shots. I'm sure she wishes it was 2, so she didn't have to face the idea of the 1-on-1. Sirkowski looks pretty confident. Shot is up. She's got it. That's 11 points for Nancy Sirkowski. Norristown closes the margin to 4. Sirkowski ready with his second shot.
I wonder if we'll see a full court press after this.
I think it's safe to assume we will. Shot is off the rim, and
right now
they got to have pressure. It's Noonan with the ball. Sirkowski pressuring her all over. Got away with a walk. There's Miller. Ball goes underneath. It's Groth. Groth shot is around and out. The foul is on DeSanto, and I think that's the 5th foul on DeSanto. I think Tracy DeSanto has just fouled out.
I think the gal dragged her foot up here. They did get away with a walk.
Good game for Tracy DeSanto. DeSanto finishes with 12 points. The leading Lady Eagles scorer at this point, Lardita Rideout, getting ready to go back in. 19.6 seconds left. Elka Groth will be on the line, I believe, for 2. Let's hope it's just 1-on-1.
Well, maybe Miss Rideout can come up with these magic words again and make something happen.
Timeout for Norristown. Eagles trail by 4. Not a lot of time, Frank, to make your comeback.
Well, as you know, 4 points requires 2 possessions, and with 19 seconds left, that's going to be tough.
Well, even if she makes them both, you're still talking 2 possessions, but you got to hit the 3.
Well, one thing though, Jim, you know, in a boys' game, you would think 19 seconds is a lot of time for 2 possessions. It's so much quicker.
What is your point here?
No, I'm just saying, it's funny. It's like everything is doubly fast. For example, in a boys' game, the score might be, 85 to 80 or something. Things just move at a faster pace.
You notice I'm letting you go, Frank. Yeah. Just looking at you here.
No, I like this game because it's more deliberate. You see plays set up. You see people moving in and out. A lot of times the boys' games just look like street basketball.
And
this looks like 10 guys running back and forth down the court. It doesn't look like they're setting up anything.
Yeah, a lot of times it is. I think the other thing here is Norristown has proven with their press that they can rattle Boyertown and they can get that ball. So the big thing is to get down here and get a basket and get that press on as fast as you can.
No, I think all Norristown needs is experience.
Groth's first shot up, no good. It's a big shot, Frank. Big difference between having to hit the 2-pointers and the 3-pointer. You know? It's a big shot. Norristown ready to rebound. There goes the ball up. Here comes the battle. Boyertown gets it.
What's hurt.
And we're going to have a foul. This one's going to be on Price.
Well, that's what's killing Norristown. They just can't get the rebound.
They almost would have been better off having her make that second shot.
Yeah, since you need 2 possessions anyway.
It's going to be Kristen East this time.
Of course, you can't tell the player, please, make the shot.
Kristen East leading Boyertown with 14 on the line for 2.
But Kristen East, as tall as she is, she's a good dribbler. She's a great ball handler.
You notice they've used her to bring the ball up to help break the press.
She might be the best ball handler on the team.
Actually, Frank, that's a smart move because usually the guards are quicker defenders and you got to play her with a forward. East misses the second one. Price gets the rebound. Munson loses the ball out of bounds.
It's a bad break, but I don't think that makes any difference in the game at this point. A 5-point lead with 8 seconds left.
Here we go. Ball comes to Groth. Groth is going to give it up, and we got a foul. Once again, foul should be on Jennifer Price. And that's all Norristown can do now. 1-on-1. Elka Groth going to the line. 15.2 seconds left. Boyertown by 5. I think probably the big difference, Frank, is that dry spell the Eagles came out when they came out for the beginning of the second half.
Yeah. And they got enough steals. They just couldn't seem to score when they had to.
Shot is up, no good. Ball is around. Control again by Boyertown. We're going to have a jump this time. The possession area is in Norristown. This is a pretty tough one to pull out now, Frank. You need 5 points. You had 11.4 seconds to get them. Well, there's the first smart play. Ball coming over.
Now, somebody's got to shoot.
Munson with a long shot. No good. Battle for the boards. Controlled by Amber Miller.
They needed that shot.
Ball goes over to Topol. Time is running out. There goes the buzzer.
There was a foul there, but the ref didn't have to call.
No, and they waved it off. Final score, Boyertown 47, Lady Eagles 42. And we want to thank Frizzlander for doing the stats. We cannot convince her to go over the air, but she has promised us the next time that she is going to do these on the air. And you will meet one of our very nice young sophomores. Frank, let's get some
Jim,
final observations from you, and then I'll give the stats and we can close it up.
Jim, I think it was too much height. Just the rebounding of Boyertown was much too strong, and too much depth. Boyertown had more bench strength, and I think Boyertown, they have to have more experience. I know it's their first game, but those girls have played together before quite a bit. Of course, with Norristown, it's a new team, and it's going to take a couple games. Fortunately, the next game is not a league game, so Norristown has another game to get ready for before the league starts.
I'm going to watch something here, Frank. I guess we're not going to be on when this happens, but I want you to look across. You notice anything unusual about the Boyertown JVs?
I don't know. The fact that they're all tan.
Well, try something else. Count.
They all look like they just came from the beach.
Count them, Frank.
There's only 4.
Okay, what do you think's going to happen?
Oh, some of the varsity players.
Yeah, and I think some of the players that played in the varsity game are going to be out here. I don't know whether there's a rule or not.
But there were a lot on the bench that he didn't use, so maybe they're just going to switch.
Well, no,
in.
there weren't a lot. There are only 3. They're going to
only
lose
3
5 of those players that played in that
right?
game, and a couple of them who played a fair amount of time. Now, if you notice, the girls from our bench, too. One girl, that's Stephanie Wise, who got in, is also out here. But I'm willing to bet that Boyertown is going to bring out 6 or 7 players, 3 or 4 of whom have played a fair amount of time in that game. We're not going to be on the air to say this because we're going to have to close off. I'd like to give some final stats for the visiting Boyertown team. Leading the way, and a very nice player, Frank, is Kristen East. Knows how to handle herself very well.
Oh, she's an excellent player.
Scorer, rebounder, dribbler. Following her was Angela Noonan with 10, Elka Groth with 6, Melissa East, Amber Miller, and Jana Topol all with 4, and Carrie Sudam finished off the scoring with 5. A very good effort, open game for Boyertown. For the Norristown Eagles, Tracy DeSanto with 12, Jen Price with 11, Nancy Strokowski with 11, Jessica Munson with 5, Lardita Rideout with 3. And again, Frank, a big factor. I think Eagles only able to go 7 deep today.
Well, the next game is on December 6th for the Eagles at Mount St. Joseph.
Frank, we've got to interrupt for some bad news. We've just received another one of our young ladies has gotten her driver's license. I could tell a funny story about this young lady today in class, but I'm not going to. In fact, she just pointed her finger at me to warn me that I'd better not say anything. But
as long as she's in here, I'll drive home.
I'm blushing thinking about it. It was so funny what happened. Once again, Lady Eagles opening with a loss, but giving a very good effort. Frank and I will be back tonight, our first doubleheader ever. Hopefully we'll hold up and we'll be able to do that game. And I'm getting the cutoff sign from Erica, so we hope that you fans will come out for some of these Lady Eagles games.